Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. A very warm welcome to all the speakers and participants. May peace be upon us all. Firstly, I would like to apologize that I would not be able to attend this talk show in person due to an important assignment from the Minister of Forestry. However, I am still proud to Directorate General of Social Forestry and Environmental Partnership for participating in the talk show event in the series of Agenda in Pavilion Indonesia UNFCCC COP29 Baku, Azerbaijan. I would like to also welcome all the eminent speakers from Ministry of Forestry, our strategic partners from the provincial government of Lampung, UN RED Project, FAO, Huma Indonesia, as well as all the participants that are attending this talk show session, the Nexus Opportunity Social Forestry as an innovative strategy strengthen the customary and local communities' role to enhance climate action. Your participants are important in order to support the social forestry Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, social forestry has become one of the national priority programs since the National Medium Term Development Planning in 2015 to 2019 period and countries in 2020 to 2024 period. This policy is corrective action for the inequality and forest area land tenure or inequality of access, which leads to poverty due to the difficulty of the community to obtain business capital in the form of right to manage forest areas. From the initial allocation that has been determined by the government to be managed by the communities in 12.7 million hectare, and for often 10 years, the social forestry has succeeded in encouraging and facilitating increased access to forest area management for communities. By October 2024, the achievement of social forestry has reached more than 8 million hectares and covering more than 1.3 million households. Meanwhile, the achievement of adat forest is more than 250,000 hectares for 138 customary law communities. As for the indicative area of adat forest is more than 1 million hectares, by the end of the year, the government of Indonesia is working to increase the amount of access of social forestry area into 6.3 million hectares, including the adat forest recognition. As for now, there are more than 40,000 social forestry business units that are consisting for classification: blue of beginning stage 8,109 unit, silver or implementation stage 4,718 units, gold or sustain stage 1,138 unit, and platinum or self-standing stage 59 unit. Meanwhile, there are 169 customary law community business unit that also develop the entrepreneurship within the customary law community in order to improve their livelihood that are aligned with forest protection effort. Ladies and gentlemen, on the economic aspect, social forestry has significant impact on community welfare. The economic transaction value of social forestry business units in 2023 recorded through GoCube information system has been reached 1.13 trillion rupiah, 102.7% from the target set at 1 trillion rupiah. In 2024, this economic value has increased up to 1.5 trillion rupiah. The economic improvement of social forestry group also have an impact on the village and regional scale that marked by an increase of the Independent Village Index or IDM in villages with social forestry permit. The index that had been monitored from 2016 to 2023 indicate that there are reduction in the status of very underdeveloped from 2,193 villages into 189 villages. Meanwhile, the independent status increased from 33 villages into 1,803 villages. Furthermore, the government also has conducted the impact studies on social forestry in Indonesia in collaboration with several research institutions, namely Gadjah Mada University, Lampung University, Bogor Institute of Agriculture for regional level studies in Yogyakarta, Lampung and West Java province, and also Katadata for national level studies. These impact studies indicated that the social forestry program has succeeded to contribute the positive impact of community livelihood, in particular on economic, ecological as well as social aspect, namely increasing of income, employment rates, as well as improving the land cover. Furthermore, Indonesia has become an international role model for recognizing as well as managing adat forest, namely 1. Simplification on development of legal product, both national and regional, as well as the involvement of integrated team during the adat forest recognition process that consists of regional government, academic, and related parties. 2. Engaging the communication within multi-stakeholder. 3. Engaging partnership with funding resources institution to enhance livelihood. And 4. Strengthening youth and women roles in shared decision making. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, since 2021, the Minister of Environment and Forestry has developed a systematic and integrated approach in order to managing forest and other land use sector towards emission level called Indonesian Volume Net Sink 2030. This approach is projected to contribute nearly 60% or equivalent to minus 140 million ton CO2 equivalent or net sink by 2030 of the total greenhouse gas emission reduction target that Indonesia aims to achieve through its own effort. In line with the plan to achieve the 2030 social forestry target of 12.7 million hectares, the contribution of social forestry is expected to be around 24.6 million ton of CO2 equivalent or 18%. Since then, several activities as well as measurements have been developed to support climate action within communities. In addition to strengthen the enrichment of climate action in social forestry program in Indonesia, several innovative strategies and projects have been developed and implemented in order to advance mitigation effort, enhance adaptation strategies, and build resilience. Furthermore, those projects can also complement scientific data with precise landscape information that is critical to evaluating climate change scenarios through social forestry program. Ladies and gentlemen, in this new era of President Prabowo Subianto administration, social forestry plays important role as national strategic program to support the national food security and nutrition improvement program, as well as enhance the contribution of the mitigation and adaptation action in order to fulfill the National Determined Contribution or NDC achievement of Indonesia. Therefore, we pledge to develop innovative strategies in order to strengthen the policies and implementation of community-based forestry, as well as disseminate the success of social forestry Indonesia to become a benchmark of sustainable forest management. In closing, I would like to thank the Pavilion Indonesia Secretariat for their continued support in making this talk show a reality. We look forward to fruitful discussion and, more importantly, to the impact that this talk show will have on forests and communities in this year to come. Thank you, and I wish everyone a productive and successful talk show today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.